Welcome back to Conversations with Sharyn and Rosa. I'm Rosa.
And I'm still Sharyn.
And we want to say happy holidays to those who celebrate these joyous times, and Merry Christmas to all. Also, I want to give a shout out to my daughter who celebrated her 18th birthday yesterday. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Yeah.
Just
18.
a little sad. I know. She's 18. I'm a little sad that I wasn't able to see her, but we had a great Zoom party for her. So, so happy birthday, Tyler.
Hey, Tyler.
Mommy loves you very, very much. And I'm proud of you, too. So, and...
Me too.
And welcome back to everyone who tuned in again, and to all of our newbies. We've made some great new friends. We thank you for tuning in to Conversations with Sharyn and Rosa. And today's topic is...
friends. Real and fake friends.
Yeah,
we're talking about friends today.
We'll let you digest that for just a second, just like we had to, because even with coming up with this topic, we just didn't know at first which way to go with it, because it can go so many different ways.
Right.
And then Sharyn and I were up in the air about which way that it's going to go. Yeah, so hopefully it comes off the way we want it to come off. If not, then you guys can let us know.
Yeah. Well, it's whatever our topic is, and as Rosa said, sometimes even though like we've looked out for the next 6 months, some things we want to cover, and sometimes we just throw it away and start again because like, hey, we need to talk about this. We got to talk about this because life is constantly going and evolving as we're going through this. But friends, other than your relationship with your partner and your family, the third persons or people that you probably deal with the most is your friends.
Right.
Your friends. And there's an old saying, you can tell a person's character by the friends that they keep.
Or birds of a feather flock together.
Absolutely. All of that is real. So today we just want to focus on, take a minute, step back and say, look at your friends. Look at the people that you spend and spend that much time with, give that much energy to your friends. And sometimes every person that we label a friend is not necessarily a friend. Maybe they're just acquaintance. Maybe they're somebody who's hanging on, before they hang up. I don't know. And
how do you tell the difference of that, though?
Oh,
whether they're your friend or whether they're an acquaintance or whether they're just somebody in your circle.
Right. Right.
So how would you tell the difference of that?
And what we may do, to go through it is a different process that you may use, because even though we're very, very close, Rose and I, I feel we have a very solid relationship. When you look at the people who she called her friends and the people I call my friends, they're two different camps.
And Sharon's circle is like this. Mine is like this.
Two people. Yeah, exactly. No, and it's okay.
Because we have two separate definitions of friends. She enjoys just being around people, I think.
Yeah, and I do.
I enjoy being around my friends who are my friends.
Okay, and everyone that's around me doesn't mean that I get to say that they're my friend. You may be just an acquaintance. You may be somebody just passing through. But my friends are my friends, and I call them my inner sanctum. There's things that I will speak to these two people about, but I don't say it to these six. Why? Because they don't have the same emotional, psychological currency with me as the other ones do. It's simple as that. But don't make it about us. We want to talk about friendship.
But it is about us. It's our show. It's our platform.
Oh, I know, but I don't want to be selfish.
Everything we talk about it deals with us. We wouldn't even know how to begin to bring you that subject if we haven't experienced it.
Oh, well, that's true. That's true.
It's our experiences. And that's how we come with our topics.
Well, she's right, because she always is. But what I was saying it to the effect that how you out there, how you rinse it is different than how we rinse it. And even between the two of us, we have different, I'll give waivers to a friend of mine that she would never give a waiver to. Like Rosa, we're done. We done. Forget my number. Leave the country. Whatever. You don't know me. Poof. And I'll be like, well, maybe she didn't really mean to hurt my feelings. Maybe she just didn't know.
Sometimes though, because sometimes you're like that too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so like if I put 2 lines through your name, it's over. And then I have to be that voice of reason, like, okay, boo, but
don't kick them to the
they
curb.
only just did this. Are you just looking at that side of it, or are you looking at all of the other great things that they did do versus the one bad thing? So, I mean, I think it just goes in and back and forth with that. Maybe.
Yeah, we do. It's okay. Rosa's an Aries. I'm a Gemini. We're different. We're different in our perspective and things.
Yes.
Her grooming, her upbringing is different than mine. My experiences. There's an age difference. Okay, that much. There's an age. It's just I'm a child of the 50s and 60s. So maybe there's some things that emotionally I attach more credence to than she does. I don't know. But again, it is about us. But we do. I think we respect one another's opinion and
friends
and
people
friends.
You
Well,
choose. I don't dislike them. If you're hanging with them, if my wife is hanging with them, then I hang with them. I mean, they would never know how I felt about them. And it's not a bad thing that I feel about them. It's just that they connect more to her than to me, and I'm okay with that. But I don't mind tagging along.
And it's funny. Most of my friends are younger than me. Most of her friends are older than her. So it was cool. Like I met some of her top 3 favorite people. I was like, we cool because we're from the same generation. You know what I mean? And Rose was looking at me like, how do you know these young women? Well, I enjoy the energy. Of course, I enjoy their energy and I love their stories and all of that. So that's how we get there. So staying on track. I want us all to just take a moment and pause and, for you to look at the people that you have surrounded yourself by. When you think about it and give serious mind thought to it, why do you feel that they're your friends? Why are they deserving to be a friend of yours? Can you really trust them? Do do they really know you? Because we only know of a person what they choose to show from us, show to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, let's go with that. That's a fact. So, my question first is, why are your friends your friends? And are they real friends or are they the F word?
Fake. Fake.
So let's define what friendship is. This is a person that you are probably emotionally connected with, have a lot of things in common with, have had some time with them, experiences, joys, losses, whatever. This is someone who resembles you to some extent. You mirror each other to some extent. Friends know your secrets, and they keep them. Okay?
Exactly.
Right? So
absolutely.
Right. And they accept you, they honor you, they support you, they defend you, they're there for you, they're your ride or die. There's that person that, hey, if you only got your last $10, can I hold 5? You say no problem, do you go on to take the whole 10? Whatever.
Right.
I mean friends for real. And I don't use that word lightly.
Absolutely.
And then we got some fake Jakes out there. They're only there in your life when the sun is shining. They only with you because of what you got, not for who you are. They when the lights go off and the trouble happens, they are nowhere to be seen.
Right.
They neither love you, want you, or need you, but they are around for simply for the good times.
Some of them just secretly jealous of you and want to know what you're doing at all times. And sometimes that's why people hang around people. They not necessarily they're not there to be that person's friend. They may just be there to want to know what that person's doing.
Right.
Like, how
and
are
see
they
what they
surviving?
got.
How are they doing so good?
Right.
What's going on in their lives?
Yeah.
So
why Rosa got a new car and I don't have a new car?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's some of them, and they're not envious. They're simply jealous.
Absolutely.
And that's 2 different states of mind. It's okay to be envious. Like I may be, I'm envious of your new car, but I'm not jealous. Envy means that, gee, I wish it would have happened to me. Jealousy goes to the point of, I hate that it happened to you. And I don't want nobody around me hating me. So, like I said, envy is okay, but jealousy gets pretty deep. Yeah. So that's what we're talking about today. Look at your friends, look at your little roster. Why is Sally still in your life? Because sometimes other people realize that she's not your friend, you still thinking that she's your friend. She talk about you like a dog. She only hanging around with you for what she can get. You know what I mean? She doesn't support you. And I would say sometime in the deep part of the emotion, she doesn't really like you, but she likes what you got.
Right, and that one great example of you already know that Sally is not a good friend. So if she's talking about the person to you, talking to someone else about you, that's already a red flag.
Right.
It's like, Sally, yeah, we can hang, go for a drink, but it's never gonna be more than that.
Right.
Because you can't trust her.
And for you folks, my generation and older, that's what the old folks say. They bring a bone and carry a bone. They do. they do. That's old folks talking, but y'all know what I mean. You know, like I say, if they talking about her to you, she's talking about her about you too.
Yep.
You know, so
absolutely.
And they have no loyalties. No loyalties.
Yeah, disloyal friends, disloyal friends, disloyal friends.
But here's the tricky part: you don't know till you know.
Yeah.
You know, because
No, I take that back.
Well, hold on. Let me get mine out first.
Okay.
You don't know till you know, because you have to experience it. If you're walking around thinking Sally is your friend, Sally is my buddy, Sally's my ride or die, you don't know until she takes the mask off for you to reveal the fact that she's not the friend that you thought she was. So how do you know? You don't know till you know. That's my experience. What do you say?
Not in all experience. In my experience, those who Sally was there at the beginning, and we failed to see who Sally really was because we were excited about the new friendship, maybe, or you know, whatever the it is. You have a ride or die now. You have somebody to go with you here or there, but you know Sally's not a good friend from the jump. Those red flags would have been there. You know what I'm saying? If Sally is the one, you know, you calling her all the time, and when you call her, she sound like she's rushing you off the phone.
Right, she busy.
When y'all go somewhere, she's short. You know, her half, or whatever, and you're not even paying attention to it, because at the beginning, the relationships, regardless whether it's for romantic things or for friendship, the relationship is always exciting. Always like, yeah, me and Sally gonna go do this, and this. Yeah, I'm gonna pay her way this time. She'll probably pay my way next time. And next time come, and you're still paying.
Yeah.
So
and the next time, and the next time.
Yeah. So those red flags, and that's when Sharyn says, you don't know till you know. No, you know until it pops up. Like, Sally always, Sally is, Sally did. Then you put it all together, and you start looking back in hindsight. Like, yeah.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Okay, have you ever had the experience when you thought someone was your friend and you found out that they weren't? And that's when I say you don't know till you know, because it does hurt, because you expected more of this person, because you being loyal to her. And quite frankly, you know, when you got the friendship tape in your head, you know, like, I'm sure she'll do it for me because I would do it for her. Well, that's the way, you know, the world works in your little mind. And again, like I say, sometimes, you know, not that someone has set you up, but when somebody has truly disappointed you. And we all know, we're all black women and people of color and people in the know. We all know what Maya said. You know, when a person shows you who they are, believe them. Believe them. And sometimes we forget that, you know, because, but we cool. That's my girl. So maybe not, maybe not, you know. So again, real or fake? How do you take the fake ones? You know, I think some of us fail to take a moment to evaluate our friendships. You surely evaluate your friendship with your wife, your sweetie, your honey, the girl you seeing right now. You evaluate that. Why don't we evaluate our friends? You know, like, why is it you can always call on me and I'm there for you in 3 nanoseconds? I call on you and there's hemming and hawing and, girl, I would if I could. You know me. I always run late. I would do it for you if I could. Sorry to hear about it, but I can't help you. Why do we tolerate that from people that we you surround ourselves by, because you're always there for them, chances are.
And you call them because you do know them, and you know that they would sacrifice for somebody else, so why wouldn't they do that for you?
Yeah, so
red flag.
Yeah, and pay attention. And the red doesn't have to be screaming red. You know, sometimes it's just a distant orange. Just pay attention to it. The people, you know, we train people how to treat us. Rosa used to tell me, like, sometime when we were just going out and everything, she's like, babe, you know, you don't have to pick up the tab for everybody. Oh, no, these my friends. They're my friends. I'm good. And, you know, we go out again, and I'm picking up money. So even one of my good buddies, really good buddies, you know, she said, here comes Big Bank Hank. Every time I see you, Sharon, you treating somebody. You know, and I had to look at that myself. And then I started to pump the brakes. And now I'm married with children. Hey, Tyler. Hey, Peyton. So I'm married with children. So, of course, my financial flow and rhythm has changed. But she was just bringing it to my attention. Sharon, when we go out, you know, you don't have to pick up the tab. These heifers got money. You know, but they ain't gonna spend their money because they expect you to pick up the tab because you have trained them to expect you to pick up the tab. I'm not saying they're not my friends, but I'm just saying that ain't nobody broke for 40 years. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Sometime you don't really hang around broke people. Like when you and I got married, and we went out to breakfast. We had a big breakfast, and somebody picked up the tab.
Whoa! And it was about 20 of us there.
Yeah, so that was a huge tab, and we didn't expect that. You know, I mean,
but that was very
who it was. Thank you, but
and that was a surprise, and that was a blessing.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that was an example of, you know, people got their own money.
Oh, absolutely, but I'm not sure that that's the greatest example for that, because, like I said, for somebody picking up your wedding party tab is different from y'all just going to a club and drinking a drink. That was a big check. Some of the same
people were there that you normally pick the tab up for. So
yes,
that's
true.
all
Okay.
I'm saying.
Okay,
they got their own money.
Right. But the bottom line is, it was a very kind thing to do.
She ain't hanging out with broke folks. Trust. I hang out with broke folks. You don't hang out with broke folks.
Oh, why do you say? Why you put it like that?
Because you don't.
Oh, okay. I don't see it. But in any event, so again, staying on point. So as I just said, you know, people train you how to treat them. Mm-hmm. If you're the one who's always you're the person who's always, ready on the one, like, don't worry, I got your ticket. Don't worry, we good. Oh, don't worry, I already paid for the hotel. You know what people will do? They will get out your way and let you pick up the tab, do that. And things is not all about money. I'm just talking about, those are very easy examples. You know, when we're dealing with the dynamics, and I'm speaking partially to a story that I know for true, because it was Rosa's story, but a person who I think she thought was really, really close, and she had her under the umbrella of friendship, and all of a sudden Rose and I got together. Her life changed, my life changed. We both were like, bam, because it wasn't a perfect fit. Rosa lived 40 miles away from me. I'm getting ready to retire, so a lot was going on. But we wanted to make sure our friends and our loved ones could make this, make the not the ceremony so much as the reception a year later. Yeah. Well, the bottom line is, the woman, evidently, she just threw the gauntlet down, like, I'm not going to be able to make it, and if you can't make this special accommodation for me, I'm not coming. And we were shocked, surprised. I was offended, because I'm like, who does that? You got 1,001 things to take care of. We're dealing with a reception of 125 people. Yeah. I ain't got time for the small time nonsense. So what had happened, and it was so sad in my mind, the relationship had eroded because the other person felt, well, I'm your friend, and because I'm your friend, you're going to do it. And I said, ooh, don't conduct that experiment. You may lose. Well, my thing
too was, you're my friend, I'm your friend. Why would you even put me in that predicament to ask the request when, I had to now go through Sharyn too. So Sharyn and our planner was like, no.
We can't accommodate it. No. We can't. And so what it really boils down...
So she just says, I'm not coming, when I know her situation and I know she could have come, regardless. But
you're done. You were done.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one, because we didn't have time for the foolishness, but not just that, and I'm not speaking for Rosa.
But that wasn't even when we were done.
You were done before that, yeah.
We still, remained friendship, and then other things started happening, and it was like, you want me to be excited about your big birthday when my birthday came, and you says happy birthday the day later?
Yeah. Exactly.
But it was time. It was time.
So it wasn't just one incident. I mean, it was a series of things building on top of each other.
Yeah.
And like I said, once you sit down and do the little litmus test and like, nah, I'm going to have to mark you down in the next 5 categories because you've been anything but a friend to me. You haven't been understanding. And with all of this, let me go back to being jealous or envious. I believe so much had happened in our lives, and it was good stuff. And sometimes people aren't ready to see you happier than they are. You know what I mean? Everybody ain't going to be happy for you. Not that I expect them to be, you know, but it was just like, oh, you done met somebody wonderful. Oh, y'all getting married and it's only been 6 months. Oh, you're relocating to San Diego. Oh, you got a new car for your birthday. Oh, y'all going to Europe. Y'all, whoa. And it was just too much. And I'm saying a real friend would have been nothing but, I feel, happy for you. Girl, I'm telling you, I'm happy for you. Now, and I just didn't think this person was. She couldn't even fake it. She couldn't even put the right expression on her face because, you know, like I say, everybody smiling in your face, you know, it's not always real. So I was saddened that this person had disappointed Rosa because, and I know Rosa felt some kind of way, not for long. She got over it. I said, sweetie, if it's hard, just put her name on a piece of paper, draw a line through it. She acts up one more time. That's when you ball up the paper and put it in the trash can. We're done. Yeah. But that's me. But then again, I'm a dramatic one because I'm the Gemini. So, but any event, you know, and we're not. I don't feel. I hope we're not. You know, sending a SOS out there for, you know, check out all your friends. They may not be friends, but sweetie, sometimes you do need to check your friends because they're not. You know, maybe you're more their friend than they're your friend. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
And start with just your circle, just who you feel you're close to. And the thing about that is, sometimes it's just the whole definition. Your friend that you're close to has a different definition of friendship than you do.
Yes.
So if you don't even have that conversation, you know, she's telling the world, you know, you're her BFF, but you might be like, yeah, that's my girl, we hang. Well, I talked to her. She said you were her best friend. So in her mind, whatever that looked like, you're in her best friend category, but she may not be in yours. So sometimes that can, you know, dissolve a friendship because when something happens and you're supposed to be her BFF and the first one there, like I was sick and you weren't the first one there in her eyes, then somebody's mad about it. Yeah. So, you know, you got to look at different scenarios and different things or how people really view you and how you're viewing them as your close friends. And that's why my circle is so small.
Right. And look at the behaviors.
Yes.
Do. And have an active memory. You know, because, you know, I'm quick to give somebody a waiver. Because in my mind, I don't want to believe you could have been that insensitive, selfish, unfeeling, nasty, and all of them. I'm saying, surely I have put you on a pedestal that you don't belong on anymore. Right? You know, so the disappointment, quite frankly, is with me first. You know, because I'm like, I've been there for her. I know I've been there for her. And, you know, Rosa looking at me like, well, maybe she's got a short memory because she don't look like she's feeling that way about you. Yeah. And it does hurt. And I don't care if you're 19 or 90. If you were really emotionally invested in this person as a friend, it does hurt. There's a saying that with friendships, you know, like a true friend will remember the song that plays in your heart and be willing to sing it even when you forget the words. What a wonderful thing. They will sing your song even when you forget the words. Yeah. And that speaks to longevity. I got 2 buddies of mine, let me do the shout out, dare I say, but Renee and Mary Mickens in Philadelphia, we have been friends since, 9th grade, okay? Yeah. I mean, that is 50 plus years we've been friends. And having said that, I remember one year I was feeling very full of myself, and you know, and I was
1 year.
Yeah, I was okay. I was being Sharyn, and one of them had to remind me, you know, because I was saying, well, you know, I'm getting some dental work, but then again, I've always had very nice teeth. You know what she told me? She said, yeah, but I remember when you had them fixed because you fell down the steps and broke your 2 front teeth. It happened so long ago, I had forgotten about it. I said, how in the world do they remember that? They remember because they've been your lifelong friends. You know, they know your daddy name really is Sonny Boy. You know, Sonny Boy,
your daddy. They know the real daddy, not the one the neighborhood thought was your daddy.
not the one in the pictures. No,
Exactly.
but the point I'm making, and I hope you guys find some humor in that. But seriously, your real friends remember when.
Absolutely.
They go all the back to you know who you weren't, because I know who you think you are, but let me tell you who you weren't, and we love you at all stages.
Absolutely.
So with Mary and Renee, forever, I can't lie to them, I can't fake the funk. We pick up the phone and go right into the conversation, because we don't need all that fluff. Let me tell you how I'm feeling today. Can you help me think this through, or maybe whatever I can do. So I think it's one other story about friendship. This happened 30 years ago, and I like telling the story because it's simple and it's true. This happened way before 911, but this was I was transitioning between my careers, because I've had 3 of them, actually 4. But anyhow, so things weren't fitting the way they should have, and I was, I'm working 2 jobs, but things still ain't coming together. I'm spending more than I'm making, and then I almost went down, but I didn't, because there's a God, and thank you so much. But in any event, I went, and I was telling a friend, I said, look, I got this big interview coming up, and I got gas money, but then I need to buy a new blouse or something, and this and that, and you know what I mean, boom, boom, boom. And she said, well, come on down, I think I got something for you. I came to her house, old Southern woman. I say old because she's older than me. But what she did, she went out into her garden, gave me 5 bags of collard greens and $200. She said, you're one of the smartest people I've ever known. You'll be okay. I suggest you buy some ham hocks, make some cornbread, and go get the job. And I wasn't embarrassed, but it was just like I took the collard greens, cooked them, I got me some ham hocks, and you know what? I got the job. And it was just, not only that I got the job, it was a opening to something much greater, which led to something much greater. But I'm saying a friend would know and would remember. 5 bags of collard greens and $200. She was the friend that I needed at that time. And I will never forget that. One, because it keeps me humble. It keeps me humble, and I don't mind testifying to the truth. So with that said, again,
even with that, and that goes into, you also have to figure out, are your friends here for a season, lifetime, or just for, how's it go? Season, or lifetime?
Right.
So are you here for a reason, season, lifetime? Maybe the friend that gave you the $200 in collard greens was what you needed right then and there.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
She was there for that reason, because you all never really connected, but she was a good friend.
Right.
So I think, in pulling those pieces out, because I do have lifetime friends.
Yes.
I have friends that has come in, out one season, here, next might be gone, and whatever the wind blows, whichever way.
But that's okay too.
Yeah, no, and I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying you need to know your friends, and then whatever the reason is, they might be there. So that's a good saying.
Yeah, it is. And I'm not saying we're all of us are not going to navigate it the same. You know what I mean? But people,
I know.
right?
I know that, because I'm strange, so you definitely not going to navigate it the way I navigate it, because I can feel people's energy from the beginning. I already know if I meet somebody whether we're going to be a good friend or not. I already know.
But sometimes life has some surprises for you too.
Life had, but that was growing up, doing other stuff. When you think you knew people and your friends. I remember when I was in college, and met a friend, and we just clicked, and she had, I don't even know, I mean, we did everything together. I mean, just simply friends. And I remember when I had my first baby, and this particular friend is biracial, and so very fair skinned, wavy hair, soft hair, whatever you want to describe it. And even time we would go out to the clubs and stuff, there were people who only like white, light, damn near bright folks, women, which is fine.
You're attracted to, right?
And then you got the few that like dark. So we all would have good time at the club. I never even looked at it like that until I had my first daughter, and she said to me, how are you gonna have as dark as you are? How would you have a child lighter than mine? And I looked at her like, I thought she could have just said, congratulations. I mean, it's my first child, girl, come over. I got some clothes for you. Here's some baby things to pass down, whatever a friend is supposed to do. And this was years after our college life. So I just kind of looked at her different. Like, is that what you thought about me the whole time? Like, that has to be the first thing that you said. Like, so I just didn't understand the friendship. And it wasn't the reason why we're not friends today. But it started that tape to say, there's that first red flag, and where is that going, and why would she pull that up? So that's what she was thinking and feeling the whole friendship. That's what I kind of felt. Like, who says that?
Right. And what friend
why
says
does
that?
that matter?
Right. But
my daughter looks like her dad's side. Of course she doesn't.
What? Yeah, right.
She's not as dark as I am, and my son is not as dark as I am, but he looks like me. So I got one of each.
It's all good. But as a friend,
but I hadn't talked to her in a while.
Right. But she shocked you. Did she shock you, surprise you, or disappoint you?
Disappointed me.
Okay.
I just thought, she was gonna be happy. You come into the hospital, you want to see the baby. Like, dang, how your baby like? Is she healthy?
Yeah.
You need something?
Right.
How are you feeling?
10 toes,
did
10
you
fingers.
have, and the famous questions that women ask women. Did you have C-section? Did you have natural birth? Well, tell me it. None of that. That was the first thing she said.
You just wonder why your baby lighter than mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, we're comparing now? Like, we've just never been there. And it was a lot, because she really was my good friend in college, so
So how do we tell the difference, and I'm still sticking to my, you don't know till you know, but you surely have signals, and you need to, I always say I'm able to read the tea leaves. Rosa says she has a high sense of, she feels the energy and everything.
Yeah.
So some fake friend traits, usually they're people who take much more from you than they give. When I'm talking about your time, the energy, you're available for them. They get to you when they get to you.
Yeah.
When things get tough, they usually disappear. They love the things you do for them. And there's always a list. And can you do this? And can you do this? And
absolutely.
And like I said, the difference between jealous and envy, you need to look at that. And you should be able to tell the difference by their actions. But oftentimes we're not looking for it, and we're not thinking about it, because we're so busy being the friend to them. We're not even looking at the reciprocity of it. Is she a friend to me? More or less the friend that I need. Yeah. Because, God sends you angels, and friends hold down the fort until the angels get there. Do you understand what I'm saying? So who's your friend? Do you have real friends? Who's the fake friend? Think about it. So
absolutely.
That's where we're at. That was our conversation this week, because it's very real for us. We take our friendships very, very seriously. And for the ones out there that's in couple land, or you're married or whatever, sometimes we don't like our spouse's friends, but you gotta tolerate them because she likes them, and the reverse is true. So different dynamics goes into that. Why you always gotta hang out with Lucy? You know what I mean? You don't like Lucy, but I'm not trying to, mix up the batter here. But I'm just saying, like, if she's your friend, God bless you. I hope she's the friend that you think she is, and even if you don't say it, you're thinking it. Right, because as one of my wife's friends, I hope they don't disappoint her, because she means everything to me, and I don't want you to be a fake Jake. Do you understand what I'm saying? And Rosa has been absolutely phenomenal. She has truly walked toward my friends, because when you're loving someone, the people who matter to your partner, they begin to matter to you.
Absolutely.
It's simple as that. And if it doesn't fit, don't look. I'm saying, if it don't fit, don't force it. But we've done pretty good navigating that in our life. So, real friends, the fake ones, how do you know? How do you navigate it? Can you get them out your life? But just understand, like I said, I've asked you to ask yourself, are these really my friends? Or are they just acquaintances who just hanging around for what they can get, and for what you got, and for what any information they can lift from you? So that's about as far as I'm going to go on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And you all let us know what your definition of friendship is, or if you have a scenario of something that may have happened with someone you thought was your friend, and why they are not anymore.
They're no longer on the roll call. So it is what it is.
Do they have the 2 lines to their
So
name?
they name, you know. We're working on next month's lineup for the things. But if it's some particular subject you guys want us to speak more to, give us a line, give us a shout out, put it in Facebook, whatever you need to do. You know how to get a hold of us.
Yes.
And as Rosa said, for the newbies, thank you for tuning in.
Yes.
Don't forget to view, like, subscribe, tell your friends about us, because we are enjoying this journey. We really are, and you are the reason why we're here. So until next time, we're really wishing you the very best
of all good things. Stay safe and stay woke. And happy birthday to my baby girl.
All right, Tyler.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you,
Tyler.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. We love you, babe.